Hi, I'm Mike from Ontario speed dating. I just came here into Jerseyville Park after a long bike ride, so I might be a little bit of a mess. So, I'm going to go over what you can do if you want to increase your chances of making a buck on Eventbrite. So, first of all, check your account daily. Try to log in every single day. Better if you can do it every single hour. Second of all, don't copy events, even if it's your own. Thirdly, don't make events too fast. I know they got an API and I use their API as well, but if you're like putting one event a second, they probably want to throw you in the trash can. And number 4, make your events profitable. Okay? I know, it's extremely hard to do a lot of things, because I'm frustrated myself with them. It's gotten to the point where every hour when I make an event, they like to delete it, and they give me no reason. And I keep hounding at them, I keep complaining to them, and all they'll be like is, oh, I'll take this up with the trusted safety team, blah, 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 blah. And then if they tell you that you violated the terms, they'll tell you so, but they will never tell you why. They will not tell you which terms, they will tell you nothing. So you're not going to even learn what you did wrong if you even did anything wrong. How do you know if you did anything wrong if they don't say anything, right? Right. So just make yourself a little bit more sane and log into your account every single day at minimum. If you could do it twice or 3 times a day, fantastic. But I understand a lot of people are trying to make a buck and they're scrambling and doing whatever they can in order to do so, and they don't have time for that. But if you're one of those gig workers trying to make a buck in today's rotten, well, inflated society, if you're trying to make a buck in today's inflated society from gig work and you're using Eventbrite, do yourself a favor, check it every single day. Check your account. And as for the other reason about similar events, if your events are like so similar where one event's different from the other just because one digit is different from another digit, they'll probably throw your whole account in the garbage there, because it's pretty much duplicating another event in their eyes. But it's pretty sad though, because with speed dating events, you can't have, it's hard to do it with speed dating events, because then it's like, what? You're going to be forced to shut out an age group, or you'll be forced to open it widespread so that a 19-year-old can date a 90-year-old? Come on. Eventbrite needs to understand that there are circumstances where people have to make similar events with 1 or 2 digits off, such as what I've explained. And here's the crazier reason. I haven't even begun to get to the craziest reason yet. The craziest reasons. And these craziest reasons you can even find as a document, which I'm going to be happy to post in the description of this video. So I'm going to read it so you don't have to. So the website is conductatlas.com. So conduct, C-O-N-D-U-C-T, and then atlas as in world atlas. So conductatlas.com. I went to their website because I found it through a search, and their information was accurate as of late 2025, I think December. So I go into their site and I go down to view original clause language, okay, because I wanted to see what exactly from Eventbrite they pulled off. And then this is what it states. Just please listen to these words carefully. We may suspend or... Okay, excuse me for a sec. If you're hearing creaking in the background, that's a tree. Anyway, I'm going to continue. We may suspend or terminate your access to the services at any time, including if we reasonably believe that 1, you violated these terms, 2, you create risk or possible legal exposure for us, or 3, our provision of the services to you is no longer commercially viable. I'm going to say that in layman terms so everybody understands. it means they will throw your entire account in the trash can at any time, for any reason, including if, number one, you don't do what they want you to do, aka violating their terms. Number two, you sue them. Or number three, your events or whatever you're doing on Eventbrite is not giving them any profit, or they think what you're doing results in them not making any profit from you. Which is going to lead me on to another topic now: inflation. See, this whole inflation bit is just absolutely nuts. And you have probably seen countless of other videos about it too. And you probably heard of it in the news. See, inflation is causing businesses to struggle. It's even causing venue owners and restaurants and such to struggle. It ended up causing them to struggle to the point where one former venue owner that I've talked to in the far past, when I was working with him, one of our conversations was that he wanted me to make it so that I fund each person $15 a drink instead of $10 a drink, so that him on his business side can make a little more cash and be sustainable. I get it. Everybody's trying to make a buck. But this is how it is. It's like everything's going up in price. People are struggling. And if you don't think people are struggling, you need to pay attention to some news source. Because all news sources, whether it be Rebel News or CTV News, CHCH News, all news sources stated at least once in their lifetime that everybody, or particularly the younger generation, are having an extremely hard time finding any sort of work. And it's reached the point where, according to a recent news story, somebody decided right after college, or actually I think it was university, well, post-secondary education. So this one woman did post-secondary education. I think she got her degree or diploma. Then she was looking for work in the traditional ways, and I think it was like 11 or 12 months where she switched it up a bit. And so she changed it from doing the traditional sending in your resume bit to documenting herself on social media and whatnot, to talk about her experiences in trying to get employment. And from that she got some short-term thing which probably was not viable enough. So I think Eventbrite is catching on to that bandwagon, and they just want to make it harder for the people, because they're like, okay, if you're going to be on my platform, you need to bring in money. And you know how I would come across that conclusion? Because I've checked out their reporting feature as well, because I went and reported some of the other organizers. So when you do use their reporting feature, they're going to ask you, why do you want to do the report, or what are you reporting about? And one of the things they said is payment required outside of Eventbrite. So if you're like saying to the people on Eventbrite, oh, I'll accept Interact e-transfer or cash for payments, Eventbrite may shut you down. Because it's like, oh, you're saying, oh, you can pay through Interact e-transfer, and then you could just write a document saying, oh, it's been paid for. We need people pay by e-transfer, save some money. Eventbrite would be like, nope, you're not making me any money. You're trying to rip me off. Goodbye. It's crazy. So if you're a rich person and you want to blow your money, you can go to Eventbrite. But if you're trying to save money, you need to give the little mom and pop businesses a shot like mine, because I have a whole website myself for my events. I'll put a link to that in the description too. So anyway, if that's not enough for you about Eventbrite, you need to take a look at Trustpilot, because Eventbrite has rigged it. And you want to know how I come to that conclusion? Because in May, up until about late April, early May, They had a 1.4 or 1.3 average rating across 1,800 reviews, because they pay attention to that site all the time. And then when June started, their reviews were like 4 or 5 star all the way down. The majority of them 4 or 5, 4 or 5, 4 or 5, 5, 5, 5, whatever. And then I go check, what was it, late last night? Last night I go check, it's like, what, 4.1 out of 5. So they jumped from 1.4 to 4.1 out of 5 in a matter of, what, 2 months. Ridiculous. So and if you read a lot of them are like, what, 1 or 2 lines. Oh, I can log in, 5 stars. Oh, I can browse the page, 5 stars. Oh, I like the colors, 5 stars. Oh, it's so easy to find an event, 5 stars. Well, these reviews are fake now for Eventbrite. So people, you need to start paying attention. I don't like Eventbrite, but if you must use Eventbrite, take note of what I said. I've done a long enough video. I need to continue my biking. So, with all that being said, gig workers, I hope you gig workers out there that are struggling, that are trying to make a buck. I'm not talking about you corporations. I'm talking about the little gig workers. I hope you do succeed out there. That's all I have for you today. Bye-bye.